What's up, everybody? My name's Sam, and today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about coroutines. So coroutines are pretty nice. They are used for a lot of stuff, but mainly just timers, and timers that can be used for ability cooldowns or periodic saving or the like. So as you can see right now, I've got a pretty simple scene with a character that can just move around, and our character, Mr. Boxy, can do one other thing, and that is place a ton of gold bars really quickly. And as you can probably hear from my keyboard, they can be placed as fast as he wants. And we don't really want this because he's littering all over the ground and it's really hard to clean up. So to fix this, we can go into our gold drop script, and as you can see, it's very simple. It's just if you get the key down of F, then it will instantiate this gold bar at a place I have in front of the player, parented to it. So in order to get a coroutine on this script, what we have to do is write this little funky thing called IEnumerator, and then we can declare it and say IEnumerator cooldown, and it's going to give us an error because coroutines don't work until we put yield return new wait 4 seconds, and there's a whole bunch of stuff we can do here. So you could wait for the end of the frame, or you could wait for fixed updates, stuff like that. But what we're going to do is wait for seconds, and this is what is most commonly used. And in these parentheses here, we can put how long we want to wait, and we could put 1 second, or we could put 10 seconds, or whatever. But we're going to just put 1 second for right now. And then we can say that can drop is equal to true. So this isn't going to do anything until we actually call it. And the way to call it is we say start coroutine cooldown, and that's it. That calls the coroutine. So then we can say can drop is equal to false, and that's all we need to get him to wait for 1 second before dropping these gold bars. So we can say, oh, Mr. Boxy, now you can't litter so much. But what if we want to be able to set this from the inspector? Well, I already have this float up here called ability cooldown, and all you have to do is just say ability cooldown, and you have to type that into the parentheses, and it'll just run it there, and nothing will change because I had this labeled for 1 second. So 1 second is back. So what if our game had slow motion in it, and we wanted to be able to have a coroutine that ran at the right time, even though our game wasn't running at the right time? So say we set our time scale to 0.5, and to get there we can say edit project settings, and then this will come up, and then you can go to time and time scale, and if I set it to 0.5, and as you can see, things are really slow now. I can't move very fast, and it's like I'm living on the moon or something. So, and if we look again here, this coroutine is going to run every 2 seconds since it's going with our time scale. And usually that's a good thing, because you don't want your gun cooldowns to just be very, very fast. If your time scale is really low, you want it to go with your time scale. But in this instance, we still want it to just be 1 second in between placement. And so to do that, all you have to do is say wait for seconds real time. And that'll run off your system then instead. And so now it's every 1 second instead of 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this time scale back to be 1. And there's one final thing I want to cover, and that's how to call a coroutine from a different script. So to do that, I'm just going to cut out this coroutine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into this player movement script, and I'm going to paste that just down at the bottom of it. And as you can see, it's got some errors because this stuff doesn't exist, but we'll fix that in a moment. So the regular way you would call a method in Unity is you would say get component, and you would get that, and you would say whatever it is. But you can't do that here because for some reason Unity wants you to say start coroutine first, and then have this be part of it. And it's not going to work right now because I don't have this IEnumerator set to public. So once I do that, I can come back in and say cooldown, and it's going to give me an error because I need to put some parentheses in, and now it's going to say I can call this coroutine. but nothing's going to work right now because we have these errors here. So what we can do is we can say get component, and since it's on the same object, we can say gold drop dot can drop is equal to true, and it's not available because of its protection level. So we can come back here and we can say public bool can drop, and that'll fix that. And in order to fix our ability cooldown not showing up, is we have to pass that in. And so here we can just say ability cooldown, and that'll pass that in, and it doesn't take any arguments, so it's going to give me an error. And then here I can make it take that argument. I can say float ability cooldown, and now this is going to work exactly the same as it was, as long as it didn't get reset. Yeah. And so as you can see, it's just working the same as it was. So that's coroutines in Unity, you guys. Thank you for watching, and if you liked, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, and you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.